Salutations friends, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be another love versus hate, and it's going to be a little different than the last few of these I've done years ago. I'm going to talk to you guys about two recent releases from designer houses, very sought out, hyped up, anticipated releases, and I'm going to tell you why I hate one and why I love the other. So let's get into it. First things first, it's quite literally been years since I've done this. If you want to cringe at my older videos, if you already cringe at my newer videos, I will link all my other love versus hate videos below. And I just kind of want to preface this by saying the one that I hate, I don't hate the fragrance, but when I think about an anticipated flanker to a hyped designer fragrance, and it's really just a concentration change. I would expect more from this fragrance than what it is. If you close your eyes and you smell the scent, it's a nice fragrance. It's not the best. I really like the original, but I wanted to talk about this, and I think talking about how much I hate that this was the flanker to this fragrance to how much I love and how successful I think the other one is a good discussion. It's a good fragrance chit chat with you guys. So we will start off, there we go, with love. The new release from Saint Laurent, or the newer release from Saint Laurent, is Libre Eau de Toilette. Now I own the original OG, the Eau de Parfum, and the Intense. And I just recently purchased the Eau de Toilette, and I really love this modern take on this fragrance. Now, Libre in and of itself is a modern fragrance in regards to, it's not that old. It's only like 2 years old. It's not an old fragrance whatsoever. It might be 3 years old. It's not very old at all. So the fact that it has two flankers to it already, and I find them to be very good as part of the Libre family. It's cohesive, it fits. I really like how they kind of work together as a family. Each one is unique and different, but you can smell the original in it, and I really enjoy that. So if you like the idea of Libre, but the Intense was too much, or the original was a little bit too mature and you wanted something lighter and fresher, there's something for everybody if you like this type of composition. And I think that's why this is so successful. The general scent itself is really pretty, and I like that they took a fresher take with this scent, using the right notes and right composition to kind of play on the modern, kind of youthful elegance of Libre without losing the DNA. And next up for hate. And let me just remind you guys, I don't hate this fragrance. I like this as a scent, and I'm going to enjoy wearing this in the summer. It's already getting pretty hot and humid here. It's been in like the high 90s. It's nasty here in Florida in regards to environment. So this fragrance as a just standalone scent is nice, but I was highly disappointed in this scent as a flanker to Dylan Blue, and we have Turquoise Blue from Versace. So let's start off with this guy right here. This one, oh, and I have reviews and comparisons on both of these guys, so I'll link those videos below. I don't smell the wisp, any DNA whatsoever from the original Dylan Blue in this fragrance. This is a very kind of tropical, fresh, sparkly, citrusy, playful, flirty scent. It is a fantastic scent for summer, and I love the fruitiness in here. It's just enough to make it sweet and very feminine, and I think it's really pretty. But I love Dylan Blue. Not everyone likes Dylan Blue. Dylan Blue is a fragrance that when I worked, I would wear it every day. I would spray it, or most every day. I would start spraying it on me and wear it, and I really grew to love that scent. It's a wonderful wearable fragrance. It was very elegant, it was very easy, it was very pretty. Not everyone liked it, but I loved it. So when I heard that there was going to be a lighter take on this, I was excited. I was excited for this fresher, more summer, more flirty, playful variation of Dylan Blue. And Versace, for the most part, does a really good job with flankers. I like all the flankers to bright crystal, yellow crystal, all that. I don't own yellow crystal, but I have bright crystal, and I have the Absolute, which is gorgeous. So I was excited to see what Versace was going to do with Dylan Blue. And I was very disappointed because it didn't have any of the DNA in Turquoise Blue. Nothing. And my thought is this was being sold as the Eau de Toilette version to Dylan Blue, as a flanker, as a companion scent. And I could understand it smelling vastly different, but having a wisp of the DNA, of having a whisper of the DNA, but it doesn't have that at all. Unlike the Libre fragrances where you can close your eyes and smell them, and you kind of get the idea that all three of them are part of the Libre family, but you prefer this one works better on your skin, this one's fresher, this one's more sophisticated. One of them might work for you if you like those types of scents. But with Dylan Blue, you close your eyes and you compare it to Turquoise Blue, and they don't even smell the same at all. It doesn't even smell like a more vacation-y, tropical version of Dylan Blue. They don't even smell like cousins. They smell like people that passed each other at Target, you know, like months ago. Like, there's nothing to my nose, not about composition, but to my nose when you smell it, that connects them. And I just think that it's lazy marketing. I think Turquoise Blue, or Dylan Turquoise Blue, could easily, it's probably Dylan Turquoise and then Dylan Blue. I know I'm mixing my words up. This guy right here, this guy, it is not its own standalone scent. It is a flanker to Dylan Blue. And I just find that it's more lazy marketing than anything else. And I think that if there was a wisp of that violet, a little bit more fruit, something that had the maturity to it that Dylan Blue has, but still that beautiful softness and that vibrancy that Dylan Blue has, I think this could have been a very successful flanker, albeit that it is a fragrance that doesn't smell exactly like the same scent, but a little bit different here and there, but had a unique and different take to it, but still had some components of the original. So you have fragrances like the Libre family with all the other flankers where they all kind of smell together. You have the Tom Ford fragrances, I think Eau de Jasmine Rouge, or the Neroli Portofino fragrances, the different flankers. Those are great examples of different concentrations smelling the same, but being different. I like to use Sausage for an example. Sauvage, the different concentrations, or Bleu de Chanel, the different concentrations, they smell different, but you close your eyes and you smell Sauvage, you smell Bleu de Chanel. But different variations, different notes work differently, not just a concentration change. And then you have flankers like Alien, Angel, the Amen flankers. Those all are vastly different, but you smell the core of the DNA in there. The DNA of those fragrances is in most of each of those fragrances, even though they smell so wildly different. And I think that that's successful because that's a creative, unique way to take a flanker and not just have it be a slight change in formula, but taking something and taking a creative spin. Well, this flanker, we want it to be very profound, very mature for the modern woman entering the career, and really taking charge of her destiny and her future. Or this is for a woman who's, you know, playful and fun and flirty, and she wants to see the world and she's a free spirit. You can have all those different creative prompts with scents and still stick to the DNA and take them in different ways, but still stay true to, you know, the original. And I think, again, Thierry Mugler does that excellent, as excellent can be done. Saying long words again. It's a great example of how Versace could have taken this more modern woman, beachy, tropical take and done it successfully with Dylan Blue. But it just sounds like they had the kind of shape of bottle, you know, we're gonna change the cap a little bit, we're gonna kind of slap on Dylan and a different name, and we're gonna just release it into the world without really marketing it, without really figuring out the way to make this its own scent. I think if this was its own standalone scent, if it was a limited edition fragrance for Versace, like for the summer, I think that would be great. But this is sold as the next Dylan fragrance. It's not some limited edition special fragrance that's here to kind of bring you into spring and summer. It's, okay, we have Dylan Turquoise now. It's part of the family, and it just feels like maybe it's a little lazy in the marketing department, and that's what I have a problem with. I don't have a problem with the scent. The scent isn't amazing. It's not groundbreaking. It's not something that I'm super excited to wear all the time, but it is a fragrance I'm going to be wearing a lot this summer because it works well for summer, especially in heat and humidity. It's one of those compositions that's going to be very refreshing, very complimentary. It's really great to layer with other scents, and it's fun and it's fruity and it's attractive. It's a crowd-pleasing mainstream fragrance that does a good job for what it is, except where it's piggybacking off of Dylan Blue, and there's, aside from the shape of the bottle, there's not a whisper of Dylan Blue in there. And that's what I have a problem with, and that's why it is a hate for me, because it could have been so much more. It could have been its own standalone scent. It could have had a whisper of Dylan Blue in there, and I just don't see it. And that's why I am wildly disappointed with this fragrance. But at the same time, I do like it as a scent. I don't love it. I'm not obsessed with it, but I do like it and I'm gonna wear it. But as a love and hate in regards to new designer releases where it is a different concentration, I think that I love, this fragrance, it's gorgeous. I do love Libre, and I love how Yves Saint Laurent took charge, made this modern, made this fresh, made this really beautiful but still very sophisticated, a beautiful addition to the Libre family. And I think Versace majorly dropped the ball when it came with this set. Just, that's what I hate about it. I hate the lazy marketing. But just because I think this way doesn't mean that you guys think this way. I would love to know what you guys think. And just in general, when it comes to flankers and it comes to different concentrations and new additions and things like that to specifically beloved families, what do you guys think? Do you agree with my thoughts? Do you disagree with my thoughts? Let me know in the comment section below. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you next time.